All right. What we got? What we got? What we got? Morning. Always first, Cry. How you doing? How's your day going? I got up relatively early for me, and I went down to the post office and dropped off my Scuff Reflex FPS. So that's on its way to Scuff right now to be repaired. But the problem is I got another email back from them saying that my Scuff Envision Pro was out of refund period. I couldn't get a refund on it. So I'm arguing that one. Because Corsair, their parent company, said I could. And they took months to decide that. So there's no way that I'm going to be told I'm at a refund period when it was them that put it on, the whole case on pause for months. All right, so what do we need to do first? So we're testing Gsync versus Fix Refresh. Now, when I've tested this before, if you've got multiple monitors set up, you get horrible latency spikes every like 10 seconds if you run Gsync. When you got two monitors. If you run one monitor, you're fine. No spikes. So we're going to try again. I'm running the latest drivers on here, on this environment. But on my test environment where I do latency, I'm running older drivers because the latency, the new drivers break the latency testing overlay. So I can't test the latency differences, but you'll be able to see latency spikes in a replay on my main environment. So we're going to find a replay now. Find a new replay for the season, well, until they do a next update. Find something with a load of kills in it. High action stuff is usually better to stretch it a bit. The other thing we kind of, we found out yesterday is I was using my little overlay down the bottom down there to see a kind of history chart of any cores that we're hitting 100%. About there, that's probably a good spot about there. Oh, that's easy, 10 times 60. Count, so time, 10 times 60, 600. That puts it to 600, and then they can do 3 minutes. 3 minutes from there, that will take it to about here-ish. Yeah, that should be right. Oh, that's nice, I died. Got to see a replay where I died. It's high action. Right, so 10 times that. Every 580, then take it back a little bit. That there. 590. No, let's just go with 600. Oh, come on. Yeah, so at the moment, from those little graphs that we got to see when any cores were hitting 100%, because you don't want that. 300 FPS and 300 hertz for me is is just underneath it. So I'm going to keep 300. I think. Not getting any red at all with 300. So I think we're going to go with 300. Working from home, yeah. Yeah, been doing that for years. Right, so we're going to go from here. I haven't run CapFrameX on this environment yet, so we're going to see if these keys work. So at the moment I'm running Fix Refresh, so this is our baseline. We'll run it through once and then we'll do it again. Okay. I do have audio. Wow. That'll be interesting. Oh, come on, it gets rid of it. No, I want to keep it on there.
Capture finished.
Right. Okay. This is a new install of CapFrameX. I haven't set it up fully, obviously. I need to turn off the bit where it turns off the overlay. Which is where? Let me think. Overlay, on-screen options, auto disable. There we go, done. That's fine. Right, so we don't need that one. That can go. Let's start again. Teething problems, teething trouble. Right, T600. Press the space bar, go.
Capture started.
Yeah, I love my new little overlay. That's really useful, that information. You want to keep it so you're not getting any of the cores in the red, and the red only happens at 99% and 100% core. So if you can find your FPS where you're not getting any of those little peaks, and you can see the history running behind it, then I think that's the right level to be capping at. That's my new guide on capping. I need to do a little video on how to properly cap your FPS. Most people just go with wishful thinking. Yes, I can run 360 FPS, no problem. I did hit 360 FPS once, so definitely can run that. The other thing I want to test today is, you know, I've been telling people as a good tip to switch from frame time to, from frame rate to frame time. I really do need to turn this down, no, it's too loud. Turn it down a bit. There we go, turn it down a bit. Frame rate, in RTSS you can switch from frame rate to frame time and then it prioritizes frame time. I want to double check that because one of the things, one of the extra things I'm doing right now is I think you're meant to match your hertz of your monitor to your frame rate cap exactly. Not just 300 and 300 roughly, but when I set this to 300 hertz, it's actually 299.95. So I can set the frame rate in RTSS to be that, to be 299.95. But when I switch to frame time, then it rounds it to something else. So I want to know for sure whether it's smoother when you set it to frame time. I'm going to test that as well. Too quiet now. Do I shout? I'll just try and shout. I'll turn myself back up again. It's too loud. Maybe that's too loud. Maybe that's too loud. What is that bang, 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 bang noise? That's an audio bug. The gun going off on its own. That's going to get annoying. You know what I can do? I can turn down the in-game sound. Alright, I'm going to do that, I think. I'll turn down the in-game sound in settings. Let's just whack that down. Main. 10%. Sound effects. 10%. Voice chat. Okay, let's just do that. Right, we need to rerun this again anyway. So hopefully you guys can hear me now, and this won't be too loud. So ready, steady, go. So this is the one we're capturing.
Capture started.
Is that any better? Bit better balance. You can hear me, and that's now not deafening everybody. Right, so fix refresh this is, but as I say, I've got two monitor outputs. I've got my main screen and I've got my Elgato capture card. Holding 300 FPS pretty well. This since I tuned the sub timings of my memory, it's definitely holding 300 a lot better. When you do Gsync, make sure to lower the refresh rate hertz as well. What? Gsync already does that for you. But sound from your PC sounds weird. What? We can hear you, yes, but sound from your PC sounds weird. What, the game sounds weird? I sound weird? The game should be almost dead quiet now because I've turned it right down. So you should only really be hearing me. Yeah, so I'm interested to see whether the comparison between setting Prioritizing frame times or frame rate makes a difference, because if I can just leave it on frame rate, then I can do those 0.95 decimal places, where if I set it on frame time, I can't do that. So I want an absolute limiter of the frame of the hertz of the monitor. I want it going over slightly over, because that's when you get latency. I'll show you what I mean after this. I'm not being clear. All right, 30 seconds to go. So what are you guys up to today, other than working from home? Any fun? What day is it? Is it Wednesday already? I think it's Wednesday.
Capture finished.
All right, we got one. We got one. That was our baseline. Let's have a look at it. Quick. Let's have a look at it. So that was our getting rid of any stuttering from shader cache run. This is our PM. Right, so this is fixed refresh. .300 FPS. Yeah. Anything else we want to have a look at there? Nice and smooth. Look how smooth that is. Ooh, lovely and smooth. That's very smooth. Look, nothing under 20 millisecond frame time. Wow, that's very smooth. 0.2. We like that a lot. That's 300 FPS. So we know, I mean, that's really good. So I'm averaging 295.1 out of 300. So that's a good baseline. All right. So I'll show you what I'm doing as well. Let me show you where I'm capping the FPS. This is 300, but look what I'm doing. Actually capping at 299.95. And if you do this, it's weird. If you can't use the dot on the number pad. You have to use the dot on the main thingy to actually get the .95. Because my monitor refresh rate options are 299.95. So even at 360, it's a dot something, and 240's bang on. So I'm basically saying if I set that to 300, it would be banging on the limiter the whole time. So I'm setting it exactly to what's in there. Look. But then if I switch to frame time limit, it messes that up. It rounds it. So yeah, that's what we're running at the moment. We're matching those two. All right, so next thing we need to do, we need to change this to that. We can't change, I think it's going to mess it up if I change to Gsync while the game's running, so I'm going to actually close the game, I think. Or should I? Do you think I can get away with it? Or is it going to crash it? Probably crash it. If I change to Gsync now. Let's try it. Might get away with it. I'm pretty sure it's going to break it. Right. Enable Gsync. Here we go. So that's not Gsync compatible. So my Elgato's not Gsync compatible. It's only this one. I don't know why it's saying Gsync compatible. It should just say Gsync. I don't know why it's not picking it up as full Gsync. That's a bit weird. Definitely Gsync, not just Gsync compatible. Have I turned something off on here? No, I'm on Gsync esports. I've got a Gsync processor on the thing. That's weird. I don't know why it's saying Gsync compatible. Right, so monitor technology is now Gsync. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put on the monitor, make sure that I'm going to put the hertz up so I can see if it goes up and down as we're playing. Sometimes it doesn't quite work and it gets stuck. So I've put my hertz up on my monitor that you guys can't see because it's on my physical monitor. We are now running Gsync. I think. You try it? Let's try it. Is that going to do something weird? Because at the moment that's saying 197 FPS, but my monitor hertz is sat at 300, so that ain't matching. That is not matching. I think I need to restart the game. Reboot. I don't think I need to reboot. I can normally change it here and it's fine. But taking that off. How did they even get on? I was watching a 7-year-old video yesterday from Battle Nonsense about how fast sync is actually way better than on. That was interesting, but it was 7 years old. Anything else in here? Okay, that should work. That should work. There we go, it's changing now. I'm on 62 Hertz, 68 Hertz. Yeah, I just had to restart the game. $300 Hertz. Flashing a lot, isn't it? There we go, 120 Hertz. It's now sitting at 120 Hertz. Okay, so that should be working. Let's go into here. Which one did we have? We had the second one, wouldn't we? Let's rename this. Bench. What were we saying at? 600 seconds, weren't we? All right, let's now move that down the bottom because opposite to alphabetical. 11 Hertz, 10 Hertz monitor right now. Right, that's weird. All right, so T for time. 300 seconds. Sorry, 600 seconds. Put it in gameplay mode. Ready, steady, go. Yeah, I can see the hertz jumping around. It's gone pretty
Capture
much
started.
300, blipping to 299-ish or something occasionally, but it's pretty much sat on 300 hertz. Should be able to actually put that as part of, I might add that actually for this test. You can see it going up and down. I think you can capture that information through Capture MX, the MMR, the monitor refresh rate. blipping occasionally, but it's pretty solid on 300. I really want this to work with the latest drivers, because it definitely is smoother on Gsync when I'm playing. We'll see what the latency impact is. I still think it's doing perfect frame pacing with me selecting frame rate instead of frame time. That even when the FPS goes up and down, that frame time of 3.3 solid. I still think it's doing the good frame pacing. So maybe that's a placebo effect, changing FPS frame rate time to frame time. No, frame, you know what I mean. Frame rate limit to frame time limit. That's the one I mean. I need some breakfast. Yeah. I don't need to use CRU to change my refresh rate to 300 Hertz. In fact, CRU does not work with this monitor. Tried loads of different things with CRU. Works fine with my old monitors, CRU, but as soon as I try it on this Alienware, no. Black screen. Anything. You can't change anything. Just get black screen. Hey, Lathan. How you doing? So this monitor does not like CRU at all. Something's hard-coded in this monitor.
Capture finished.
All right. So have a look. See if we got our latency spikes. Don't be latency spikes. Don't be latency spikes. Don't be latency spikes. Right. So Gsync 300. No, looks right. Nothing above 20 still. Still smooth. Am I going to get away with it? I mean, in terms of smoothness here, there's no real difference there. I mean, they're identical. Maybe get a bit better FPS actually with Gsync. Let's look at the syncs. So 14.6 expected there, and 14.4 expected there. So it is a bit lower on fixed refresh. And these are just estimates. What do I normally put in here? I normally get 8 lower, so I'm only at 3 or something. What am I? I'm going to put 4 in there. Okay, so that's normally what I get, because you can put in an input lag offset because it guesses at that. But when I test normally in NVIDIA Reflex Latency Analyzer, I'm normally just above 8. So that 4 probably offset is probably about the right amount. But it's still relative, so you can still see Gsync's adding like 0.2 milliseconds. But we'll test it. We'll test that anyway. We'll test that anyway when we go into the test environment. We'll test it properly. But yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so that looks nice and smooth to me. Why does that look so different? Is it just because it's on a slightly different scale? Why is this like nothing in this gap here? And then on this one, there's kind of more filled in the gap. Oh, these are input lags. You are getting more input lag for each bit of these. What else can we look at here? Smoothness. See, that actually standard deviation of FPS is actually worse on Gsync. Interesting. Right, we're going to run one with Vsync as well, because that's what you guys keep telling me is awesome. Well, let's have a look at what the comparison is for running Vsync as well. Gsync plus Vsync. Right, what's the combo you want me to set up with Vsync? So not in game, but in the NVIDIA control panel is what you're telling me. Yeah. So you add it in here, but you don't add it in Fortnite. Is that right? Vertical sync on. We're going to try on and fast, by the way. We're going to try both of them. So we do not add it. We do not add it in game, right? Sure, it's actually working if you don't have it in game. Okay, let's try it again then. Not in game, okay. Yeah. You also need to lower your monitor's refresh rate. Well, I'm on 300, I don't understand. I've got a 360 Hz monitor and I'm running 300 Hz. So why do I need to change anything on the refresh rate? I can see my refresh rate up here. It's on 120 Hz right now. It's matching the FPS. So why do I need to do anything in there? That doesn't make sense. Right. Gameplay, T for time, 600 seconds. Okay, yeah, my hertz is about 268 right now, which is pretty much matching my my FPS. What have I forgotten to do? Anything? Otherwise I'm just going to press play. I think I forgot to do anything.
Capture started.
So I have a 360 Hz monitor, and I'm currently running at a 300 Hz with a 300 FPS cap. It's not technically true. I'm running a 299.95 Hz setting, and I'm running FPS cap at 299.95. Yeah, that is one thing here. We're not going -3 here. Probably should be, but we're not. Oh, that was a horrible black line tear. Did you guys see that? That was horrible. Massive black bar went across there. Yuck. Never see that in the settings that I normally run. This is not smooth at all. It's not smooth. Clunky. I don't understand why you guys like this. No, I'm on a dual monitor because I'm streaming to you guys. I was watching that on my main monitor, not the second monitor. So I don't know whether you saw that huge black line that went across there. Now my FPS my FPS is kind of artificially capping. Look, 276. Another horrible black lines. There were multiple ones there. This is awful, guys. What are you going on about? Why do you think this is good? I don't understand.
Capture finished.
It's visually worse, and it's worse latency. I don't understand where the benefit is here. That was horrible. Just horrible, horrible, horrible. I mean, look at it. Look, I mean, look. It's just, what is going on? Look at this amount of more stuttering. It's just horrible. The FPS are way worse. That Blurbusters article, though, is about a decade old. $11.1. Look how much extra expected latency there's going to be. Basically 3 more milliseconds. Something is wrong with my setup. There's can't be anything wrong with my setup. All I've done is do exactly what you told me to. Enable it in NVIDIA Control Panel. It's always been like this. On other monitors as well. Yeah, capping in RTSS. You're telling me if I went unlimited, it would be better? And you wouldn't get those horrible lines? So you're telling me if I went here and did that, I'll try it, but no frame pacing all of a sudden. You've now lost RTSS frame pacing, which is one of my favorite ever things, ever. So watch those frame times jump around now.
Capture started.
3.6, 3.3, 3.6, 4.0, 3.5, 3.3, 3.7. Your muscle memory is going to be all over the place. 4.5, 3.9, 3.4, 3.7, 3.5, 4.2. If you paid me £1,000, I would not give up RTSS, frame pacing. Somebody offered me £1,000, I wouldn't give it up. I use the NVIDIA overlay on my other environment. I can't use it on this one because that would require that horrible big black lines. What are you guys doing? Horrible bit. That's exactly the same place as they were last time as well. I don't know, maybe this is an AMD thing or something. I don't know. Well, you can see the frame time graph from CapFrame X. It shows you that. It's all over the place. As soon as you put on Vsync. No, honestly, I can't live without RTSS making those frame times solid. I wouldn't play a game without that now. Oh, I don't understand why you guys aren't seeing big black lines all the time. Maybe because I'm running a higher refresh rate than you guys are, and you're running lower refresh rates. What refresh rates are you actually running this at that you think it's super smooth? Maybe it's a limited technology to under 240 FPS, 240 hertz. Start more black lines. Honestly, this is a brand new install of Windows. I don't mess with anything visual at all. It's out of the box, full screen optimizations. I only installed this like 2 days ago. I haven't messed anything up. I don't know, maybe you guys are using full screen exclusive mode and it works better in there. I don't know. I've moved away from that. See, again, where's this auto capping going on? Horrible frame time spikes. I don't understand. This looks exactly the same as this one with unlimited FPS. Still terrible stuttering. Just no. No. Honestly, I haven't done anything with the video visuals on this thing at all. Maybe it's my monitor. Maybe my monitor just does not like Vsync. Maybe that's it. There's nothing about these two that are better. Yeah, but I'm not running this right now. I put a 0 in. RTSS isn't running. No. 0. It's not running. Bypassed. That's why the frame times are going up and down like crazy, because RTSS isn't running. Fortnite's on unlimited. So I don't understand. Thanks for the sub, Bouillon. Maybe it's your monitor prefers Gsync, but mine clearly hates it. I'm not ever using that ever. Right, let's go back to doing Gsync tests. I'm going to jump into my other environment now and actually do some latency tests directly with that. I need to put this back to how it was, which is 299.95, but do I need to... I think I'm going to take Gsync off, to be honest, because it's still adding overhead as far as I can see. My game is incredibly smooth. I mean, the ideal thing that we should be going for is fixed refresh, and then your monitor hertz set to the same as your FPS cap, and your FPS is absolutely glued to it. Hey, Paul. That's the ideal. That's the lowest latency. That's the smoothest option. If your FPS never moves and it's exactly the same as the refresh of your monitor, you'll have completely smooth gameplay and you'll have the lowest latency. That's the ideal. But in reality, typically your FPS does drop a little bit on occasion, and that's when you get some additional latency and some, well, less smooth. So the thing that everyone really should be going towards is finding out what your computer is capable of running FPS-wise, solid, match a monitor hertz to that, and run fixed refresh. Must be the capture card. No, I had this problem. I've been testing Gsync for at least 3 or 4 years before I had the capture card. I've always seen that on multiple monitors, admittedly on the same PC, but on multiple different monitors. I don't know what it is. Honestly, don't. I'm on a 2080 Ti, so I can't do resizable bar. I don't know what partial means. I can't do resizable bar on a 2080 Ti. Right, let's go and measure some latency in the other environment. As I say, I want to put this back to how I had it, because I am very solid 300 FPS in game right now. I mean, if I went to 240, it's even more solid, but... Right, so we want that, and we want the NVIDIA control panel. I want to turn off Gsync. Because this is my main in-game environment. Like that. Make sure that's all off. That's all off, good. Alright, good to go. Fix refresh. Again, it keeps putting that back on again. Why does it keep putting that back on again? In fact, why did a lot of these keep resetting? That should be highest available. Change one and it resets a load of stuff. What else is that done? Everything else looks alright actually. Okay. Back to where we started. Right, let's go over to the other environment and test latency. End-to-end latency. Ugh. Right. Yeah, so I don't get that error when shut down if I actually unplug my Astro C40. It's for Xbox controllers and it's with the one of the latest Windows updates. Right, so the other thing is I'm deliberately, in this environment, I'm deliberately running the free version even though I have the Pro because I want to keep double checking it's not going to break it's not going to break the, what's it called, the timer resolution. I think if I tried to change this now after 14 days, it might have a problem with one of these. But the fact I haven't changed it since, it's kind of left it alone and it's working. So I'm getting away with that one. Don't think I can do things like disallow processes. Don't want IQ running. I need to take that off again. I hate that software. Hate it. Awful software. Please go away. Please get off my PC. Cap 2 Gsync, I have frame drops at times. So you're saying I could cap lower where there's a steady and turn Gsync off? Yes, DCO, that is the ideal. If you run fix refresh and cap so that your FPS aren't dropping while you're playing, that is the ideal. That will be the lowest latency and it will still be smooth. I mean, some frame drops at times are fine, but if you're kind of mostly where you are, I mean, I showed you guys the picture the other day, didn't I? My favorite ever stat, this one, where you look at the different frame caps. It's my favorite ever capture for this. Where is it? This. Same replay, 3 different caps. And if you go to frame FPS, you can see that this is the same replay. You can see when I cap at 360, it's kind of all over the place. 300 is much steadier, but when it got to this one, it did waver a bit. But then if I cap at 240, it doesn't even notice what happened here at all. It's just, so I probably should be capping at 240, but I'm kind of getting away with 300 right now. I'm not seeing that very often. It's quite rare. Normally if I'm flying through the air or something on a jump pad, or I don't know. But yeah, it's, my 300s look like that more at the moment than they do these ones. Or if we actually go and grab those extra cap frame X ones we just did a second ago from the other environment. That's that one. Alex, documents, cap frame X, captures, select all, copy, whack that into our current one, and skip anything that we've already had before. We then have these extra ones we just took on the other environment. So yeah, this is what the FPS looks like. Oh, I got a bit of didn't I, on that replay? So maybe I should be on 240. Maybe I should. I probably should. Yeah. Really, my computer hardware is a 240 it's a 240 spec PC. It's not a 360 spec PC. Right. Anyway, what are we doing? Still uninstalling. Oh my god. Come on. The other thing I have to do in this environment is I have to run throttle stop. Okay, I think it's already running. Wait, what? The file does not exist. Have I taken it out? Did I? I think I need to go and get throttle stop again. Stops Windows Defender taking up a load of real-time scan CPU power. Yes. So what it does is there's an option in here for Windows Defender Boost. Let me just do that. Windows Defender Boost. And that stops Windows Defender doing real-time scans on your game. So otherwise you lose about 5% CPU. If you have a premium antivirus solution though, package that you buy, that will get around this without having to use this. All right. Come on, is it still not uninstalled, that IQ? Okay, it has, I think. Main uninstaller. Oh, I've got to restart now. All right, back in a sec. No way. All right, so Tacix says try Gsync plus Vsync plus prefix on equals boost. You mean on plus boost and close RTSS. We did that. It's exactly what we did. By putting 0 in RTSS, it bypasses it. And I always run reflex on plus boost. It's exactly what we did. We got horrible black lines everywhere. How do you know if variable refresh rate is working? You can normally in CapFrameX, which we'll actually do now, we'll put on MMR, monitor refresh rate, and see if it matches it. Should do. I don't know whether it's just pulling a static value or it's actively monitoring it. Is there a thing saying start minimized on this? No. So why did it start it minimized? Right, so we'll actually add that. We'll actually add the overlay. MMR. Where's MMR? Monitor refresh rate. We're going to add it. We'll whack it up the top somewhere. Move it up here. Come on. Just Stick it right under there. Save that. Right. So, what have we got running? We needed that downloads. Oh, downloads. We needed the throttle stop to be running. I'm going to pin that to here. If you don't run this, then this real-time protection will sap like 5% to 10% of your CPU away when you're playing a game. You only don't need to run this if you're running an actual antivirus that fixes that. Right, what are we doing? So I'm going to run that in the background. So, what are we set up for right now? We're running a 360 Hz monitor. I need to change that to back down to 300. That's what I normally run as. 300, roughly, 299.95. Keep changes. Okay. Yeah, it's Corsair software. Yeah. So when we rebooted, still got it, even though I unplugged this. So I'm at a loss. I just compared my run with preferred settings versus your run with your preferred settings. My stuttering numbers are lower than yours. You had a whole 0.0 when using our preferred setup for some reason. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe my monitor just doesn't like Gsync. I don't know. But these are the standard windows with my standard stuff that I've only just recently rebuilt, so it's not like I'm running something crazy. Right, what have I forgotten to do? Let's set this to 299.95 because that matches exactly the refresh rate. We're running fixed refresh for the first tests. And let's start up Fortnite. I also need to start up the NVIDIA overlay so you guys can see it. Oh, I need to turn it on as well, don't I? NVIDIA Gsync processor on, and I need to plug in the mouse to the monitor. Let's grab the mouse to the monitor, and then the monitor plugs into the computer. Hello, computer. There we go. Right, that's set up. Reflex Analyzer is good to go. Oh, see, why does it do that? I don't want any Razer products on you. If you guys use Razer products like I do, uninstall it. It's bloatware, horrible stuff. You will get much worse latency with that running. You don't need it. Well, it just emphasizes that there is no one solution fits all for optimizing your computers. There isn't one. So anyone coming out with tools that just press this button and it will make your computer faster, there's no way it's going to do that. It's doing it blind. It's like, who saw it yesterday? Somebody came on my stream. What was it called? Something Util, WinUtil or something. It's a French app that basically, it says that it analyzes your computer for bad tweaks or something. But how is it doing that exactly? Is it opening Fortnite up and then running back-to-back benchmarks for FPS and smoothness? And then is it going to open Fortnite in NVIDIA Reflex Latency Analyzer with a mouse plugged into the monitor and the monitor plugged into the computer and then monitoring whether one's better than another. I mean, it's ridiculous. You can't do that with a script. You can't. So these utilities that analyze whether you've got any bad tweaks, it's like nonsense. You've got to go through all this stuff manually to know whether it's better or worse. You have to. All right, why are we running that? So we can see the monitor refresh rate for 300 there. See that? I'm going to take this off though because I'm using 2 overlays right now, so I need to turn off CapFrame X. That's right. There we go. Turn off. I want to run 2. I'm running the NVIDIA one. I don't want to run 2. All right. So we need to change to our normal standard latency measuring outfit, preset 100. We need to pop into creative. And we should be getting latency stats like that down there, which break for the last 2 drivers. So this is why I'm on -2 on the driver version. That breaks it, the new driver versions. It's really annoying. I have to have it to tell me your mouse battery. Oh no. Synapse is not good. Honestly, it's adding like at least 1 or 2 milliseconds of latency. Not good. Tested it in here. And as I say, I've got a Razer keyboard. I've got 2 Razer mouses on the right of it. But they're plugged in with a. I'm not using Wi-Fi. I'm not using Bluetooth. They're connected via a wire, so I don't need to know about the battery because I don't use it. All right, we're back here again. You notice this is really quiet. Oh, it's because it carries over between games. Let's put that back, otherwise I'm going to forget. You know. I'm going to start a game and work out why can't I do anything? Why can't I hear anything? Back to 100%. There we go. Oh yeah, we can hear the pickaxe now. That's good. Alright, so let's run 50 of these bad boys. Reset the stats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. So 9.1. It's quite high, but remember I normally test at 360 hertz, not 300. So it's normally, oh, it's now down to 9. Make up your mind. Okay, so 9. Let's run one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Really jumping around. That was a 4.6. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. So that was a bit lower this time, 8.7. That's really jumping around. Have I got something running in the background? Have I got something running in the background here? I saw a 21 there, and then I saw some 4s. What have I got running in the background? What's that? MVRLA. NVIDIA something. Yeah, frame view. Okay. Present mon. System interrupts. Yeah, it was jumping around a bit there, wasn't it? IO bits. Stup sale. Ooh, getting rid of that if I can. Please ban that. Oh, damn it. Can't ban that. Free web bundle rubbish. Best I can probably do is efficiency mode it. Does it let me do it? Why didn't it let me do it? Why isn't it? Oh, okay, now it's efficiency mode. Yeah, something weird going there. Right. Another one quick. It was jumping around a bit. Alright, let's try again. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Yeah, 20. That was a 21.4. What's going on in the background that jumped it from like 4s and 5s to a 21.4? Something weird's going on. I just want a clean run where I don't have weird outliers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. You see that? That completely reset in the middle of that. Does that mean it crashed and restarted? That went away and then came back again. I love NVIDIA. They're great. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, another 20, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Back to 9 again. So we've had like an 8.8 and a 9 and 2 9s. Okay, that's fairly accurate. I was watching the Battle Beaver 7-year-old Battle Eye. No, sorry. No Nonsense Battle People. What are they called? I can't remember now. Anyway, I was watching their video about 7 years ago, and I was watching him use a high-speed camera and measure the latency at 144 hertz in his game. And his results were all about averaging about 30, 40 milliseconds. So for me to get like 7s, 8s, and 9s is so far beyond what they were doing. I don't know whether it was just the game or I'm a bit more optimized than they are. Anyway, yeah, 8.8, 8.9. Let's put Gsync on and see where we go. Right, let's whack on Gsync. Right. So let's just reset. That's on. Most available. Off, please. Right. This is what happens if you use Gsync. Launch. Hey Alexander, do you look your channel PC tuning? Do you look your channel PC tuning? I don't know what that means, I'm afraid. Again, look at this crap here. I need the free, get rid of those free versions. No. So this is with Gsync on. I can see top right that my MMR is going up and the monitor refresh rate's going up and down. It's flickering between 119 and 120 at the moment. So I know Gsync's working. So into creative. I meant in your Discord, and how do you know if your game is using Gsync? Well, you set it on and off in the control panel, in the video control panel. Like we just did. We need to go into you. Right, let's see what the overhead is for Gsync. You can tell whether Gsync is working or not by enabling your monitor to actually show you the hertz as an overlay. So mine's jumping around. You can't see it because it's on my physical monitor. It was just jumping around a lot there between 299 and 300, and so I know mine's working right now. Now it's doing 200s, 300s. Oh, I'm getting horrible tearing there. What was that? What was that? More black lines. Might be because I'm running this second monitor, you know. The Elgato capture card. Alright, but I'm still curious to see what overhead it adds. Alright, ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. So, if anything, it's lower latency than fixed refresh. We're running again, but that's, I mean, the best we got with fixed refresh was 8.8. Certainly not adding much latency, is it? Run again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. 8.7. So if anything, it's as good or lower latency, which makes no sense. If you want to know, if you don't have buttons on your physical monitor to turn on your hertz, to turn on your refresh rate, to actually see it on screen live, then I think in CapFrame X you can, as I say, just turn that on. Let's turn that off. Let's put CapFrame X on, and let's turn the overlay off. We're not running two at the same time. There we go, that one's off. CapFrame X should kick in a minute. See that monitor refresh rate down there, MMR? You can have that, and if it's moving around, you know that your Gsync's running. I don't know, I might be switching back Gsync on, to be honest. Yeah, you can see it jumping around a little bit, the MMR. So if you want to know for sure whether Gsync is working, install CapFrame X, which is free, and configure the overlay to have that MMR option. Now, show you. Overlay and monitor refresh rate. It's normally down the bottom, but I've just dragged it up. And then you can see if it's going up and down, then your Gsync's working. If it's not going up and down, then Gsync is not working. I'm going to turn that back off again because I want light. I want this one. So just for kicks, let's see what happens when we add VSync to the mix. VSync on. Restart Fortnite. Gsync plus VSync. Does the capture card have a configurable refresh rate? Yeah, I can set it to 60, 240. I don't think you can do 360. I'm running these tests though, I need to be showing you, so I need to have two monitors. And I stream, so I mean, even if it was better running one monitor, for me, I can't use that. And if I did it without you, then I have no proof that I've done it. So Oh, we need to put this on unlimited, don't we? Do you guys like me uncapping? Right, RTSS is not being used now. My monitor hertz is going all over the place. Right, so I'm uncapped, not capped in game. Oh, what? Oh, don't tell me I was running double caps this whole time. Right, so it's artificially capped it to 275. Let's see what the thingy times are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. 11.6. 11.7. I don't know why it's changing at the end when I'm not even clicking. 11.7 compared to 8.8. So percentage-wise, how much more latency is that? Divided by 8.8. Adding an extra 32% latent, 33% latency with Vsync. No, thank you. Right, I think I need to redo the other one though, don't I? I think I need to redo the other one. Yeah, I need to be on that for that. I think I need to do the Fricks Refresh versus Gsync again though, now. Because I was running 2 frame caps. I shouldn't have been doing that. Very annoying. 299.95. Why is that not working? Oh, I can't use that kind of 299.95. And then let's refresh. Right. Off. See, when I move around between Gsync on and off, it puts this back to application controlled. I don't know why. Why is it doing that? Anything else it's resetting? No, just that one. Weird. Right. So, first test again. Now with only 1 FPS cap. Oops. So hang on, Lathan says, tested in standstill creative RTSS show to have added latency until I went into a replay. Once load is added, it seems that the cap is overburdened or something. No, it's not that, it's just CPUs are then doing more work. If any of your cores are 100%, that's when you get the additional latency. Because your FPS drop, and then you get more latency. So you're capping at a too high a level. You need to drop your cap so that doesn't happen. I'm sure I've tried to for 40 hertz and FPS as well before. We can run it again on the other environment, but we can see that whatever I do, whenever I've tested Vsync, it's adding 30% more latency to my latency. No, thank you. Right, what are we doing? We're going into here and we're going to run another test. Right, only one frame cap. There can be only one. True Highlander tradition. Right, here we go. Alt 4, reset the numbers, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. 8.6, it's actually a bit lower now. Fix refresh, 8.6. Jumping around a bit, the margin of error here is a couple of points either way, isn't it? Wondering whether I need to do 100 swings. We're going to run the same test back to back and get 8.6 one time and 9.2 the next. That's why I think something's being weird running in the background. Because I can hear my fans going up and down right now, which are linked to the temperature of my CPUs. So there is margin of error here. You see that? My average PC latency was in the 8s for a minute there. What's it doing? What's it doing in the background to mess around with it, these numbers so much? Is there any like... Yeah, look, something actually did a... What was that? Background task. So it pro-balanced the background task there, look. What was it though? Could have been anything. Background task host. What? That was in the middle of the test. I almost need to be running these at 240 just so that CPUs aren't as loaded. Maybe I should be testing this all at 240, and that way it doesn't matter what's running in the background because none of the CPUs are going to be, none of the cores are going to be getting near 100. When they're hitting 100%, the cores, that's when you're going to get latency spikes and FPS drops. I don't know what kind of scans the anti-cheats are running in the background. The Windows Defender is running in the background. Is it checking? I mean, I want that dead. I want widgets dead, but I can't kill it in the free version of this. Okay, I'm thinking of switching to 240. Might be easier to test and get more consistent results. Oh, what time is it? Okay, I've got to watch the clock because I've got to do lunch for dead on 1 today. Okay, so we're going to go to 240. Alright, we're on 240 Hertz, cool. We're on fix refresh still. Hoping that will give more spare CPU capacity and it won't matter if something then kicks off in the background. So I think with 300 the margin is kind of like this tiny little margin at the top, and if something in the background uses that last little bit of the core CPU usage, then you're kind of gonna get a bottleneck and latency spikes. Should just bite the bullet and go with 240, shouldn't I? Right, what else do I have to set? Fix refresh, highest available, so that looks all normal. See, that's on 240 as well. No scaling, no scaling. Well, that's just for previewing. Okay. Right, let's try again. Hey team, how you doing? Sambo, what are you capping at? You're capping at 240, yeah? And what are your specs? I mean, it's two. I mean, when you run cap frame X on a 240 replay, how much is it dropping at 240? I'm just wondering whether you're capping too high. and you're straining things somehow. And VSync thereby kind of reins it in, and it kind of reduces you hitting that limiter all the time. The only thing I can think of. The only thing I can think of is it's not that VSync is better for you, it's that for some reason fix refresh is worse. So VSync is kind of, normally fix refresh is here and VSync is here for latency wise, and I'm wondering whether there's something wrong with your fix refresh, that you're pushing your system too hard, that's actually making it go over here. That's what I'm thinking right now. So it's not that these are switching, it's that the VSync is not moving and the fix refresh is actually over here for some reason. There's something wrong with your fix refresh, because maybe you're running too high a frame cap for your hardware. The only thing I can think of. Love to see your gameplay at 240 with my overlay, with my little overlay that looks at the cores, and see whether you get any red at all while you're playing 240. Right, let's play. Run 360 frictions, that's solid. Might. See, I think I can run 360 solid, but until I then look at my cores and see what they're doing, and then I realise, no, that's a bad idea. No red at all. Right, so we're going to get a baseline now. Fix refresh 240 FPS. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There was a horrible one in there, so I'm going to start again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. My average PC latency just went up to 9.8 there. Something's going on in the background. See, I'm 5.6, 5.3. The fourth number down. 5.5, 5.3, 5.1, 5.0, 4.7, 5.1, 5, 5.1, 5. So why did it go up to like nearly 10? That's 50. 10 average. See, that's not good. I swear my monitor doesn't like 240 Hertz. Because the mouse input's not changing. And I was watching the average PC latency there, and most of that test it was mostly around 5. So the only difference really is the monitor. Oh, I swear it doesn't like 240. .1 is not good. Yeah. Let's put Gsync on, see if that helps. And now do we go 3 under, just in case? See what that latency is now. Yeah, my Gsync, my hertz is going up and down, so that's Gsync working. Yeah, I mean, I just don't think my monitor seems to like 240 hertz. Because it's way worse than 300 or 360. 300 and 360 aren't too dissimilar in terms of latency. And then when you get down to 240, it's a big jump down. Frame time's not that different. From 300 to 3, what is it? It's 4.1 versus 3.3. 4.2 versus 3.3, 0.9 millisecond frame time difference. And we were just getting 10.1, that's more than 0.9 different. We were 8.8 before. See what I'm saying? Something's weird there. It's just frame times. Should be the difference between 4.1 or 4.2 milliseconds and 3.3 milliseconds, going from 300 to 240. But we've gone from 8.8 up to 10. Like 0.3 of a millisecond is unaccounted for there. See if Gsync's a bit better. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is way worse. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. In fact, my FPS is going up and down a lot. Why would it be going up and down? 2, 3, look, 2, 3. What is going on? Look at my FPS. It's going up and down. 235, 230. There's no way my system can't handle this. Look at it, 222 there. What's going on, people? I think RTSS is being funny at this frame rate. Maybe it's RTSS that's just being weird with this. Going game 1. Something's conflicting somewhere. So we're at now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Still going up and down like crazy. Look at this. 48, 49, 50, 9.6. So the in-game limiter is better than the RTSS limiter, which is getting 10.1. It's now 9.6. Knocking lasso off. I don't think that's going to make any difference. Oh, okay. Come on. Why isn't it opening? Weird. Oh, that's why it's not opening. It's not doing any thingy things there. There was a dip though. What's that dip due to? The cores are all fine. Still dipping to 239s. Oh, it's gone up to 241 there. 233, 236, still dipping all over the place. Should be rock solid, but it ain't. I mean, average PC latency was just 12 there. I don't think processor 2 has anything to do with it. No, it's going back on again. Oh, come on. Why is it when I get to the desktop and then I press the Windows thing, it then goes back to the game? Why is that? Maybe I should be testing this on another environment and just put my Pro license in. FPS is all over the shop, even with the in-game limiter. My average PC latency is swinging around wildly, 7s, 8s. I mean, that's way higher, the average PC latency, than when I was running 300. It is like my monitor does not like 240 FPS, 240 Hertz. It's like that. Seems to like 360 best. And then even if you run 240 FPS underneath it, that will give them the best performance. But then you're going to get some, you're going to get, it's not smooth because it's then not matched. Two, 3.6.11. Sorry, 360.11. Get that in there. What are we running at the moment? We're running Gsync, yeah? Don't know. At the moment, I'm kind of wondering whether 300 FPS cap and 300 hertz in game versus 360 hertz with Gsync on, so it can just match it going up and down. That's what I'm thinking right now. Might be better. We're on 3 hertz again. Gsync's running. See what I get for this. Oh, I need to turn that as off as well, don't I? Doing that, I don't want to do it twice. Please come back, press back. Thank you. In terms of kind of smoothness, that is very smooth. 360 hertz with Gsync on. That's about as smooth as I'm going to get it. For flick shots, that's way better than 240. Right. Alt 4. 1, 2, 3. That was a blip. What was that? Eight, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. The monitor's 360 hertz right now. I can see it in the top left corner. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. That was a big one. That was 23 milliseconds. And do you see that? I've got some black lines there as well. Really not liking sync. It syncs, is it, with my second monitor. I can't run this. I'm going to get those black lines every so often. I can't run any kind of sync. It's coming in about 8.8 right now. Look how much more solid my FPS is at 360. It doesn't, something doesn't sit right with my computer at 240. When I'm running 240 hertz. I think you do get that though. I think you do get monitors that have preferred hertz over other hertz. I'm sure I've heard that before in one of the tech videos. Yeah, those black lines. What are those black lines? 360.11. You don't see any lines on the stream. Okay. I'm getting like halfway down, about that level. Occasional kind of bands about that big, just flying, just appearing and then disappearing. Does not like him. And they correspond exactly from when we were running the CapFrame X replays to those big latency spikes. Correspond exactly to those. So I'm not just having a black, magicking it up, seeing things. It's not tearing, it's like black lines. Like chunky black lines just appear and then disappear. You right, buddy? He's going to want me to do his food very soon, isn't he? Right, so in theory, what I'm about to do now should be the lowest possible latency, assuming RTSS doesn't add any. That's the smoothest by miles for me. This is picture fresh, no syncs whatsoever. This should, in theory, be the lowest possible latency, other than the RTSS. It shouldn't really add any overhead. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So what? I just got a 22.8. Why did I just get a 22.8? Yeah, you can see that. PC plus display latency, 22.8. Normally around 4. What's causing that? I have no idea what's causing that. Forty-four, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. 8.1. So it's about normally what I get, 8.1, quite consistently, with fixed refresh, maximum 360 Hz monitor, maximum 360 FPS cap in RTSS. Normally what I get, about 8.1. And I don't get any black lines anywhere. But unfortunately, my hang on, let me show you. Alt-2. Turn that off. Let's load the RTSS overlay that I normally run. Come on. I think I've set it up on here before, so I need to do that. Set up. Out. Load. No. PC, D, documents, RTSS. That one. It's my latest one. The one I was working on last night. Close that. Open that. I do Unispace 20. Just nice and big for you guys to see. Oh, that's a bit too much, isn't it? And no zoom. No, it's not that one. I want that one. How about that? What about that? Do you think you would ever test OBS replay buffer versus shadow play? I'm not sure how I would test that. Well, for latency and overhead, I don't know. I think your best bet is to run both of them and then see what your relative CPUs are. This is my latest version, by the way, down here. This is technically V4. I've compacted it a bit more that way, so it's less intrusive. You can still see the health bar, because it was bugging me that it was kind of overlaying on the health bar. And I wanted it still out of the way in the bottom left corner. So hopefully that's still got all the information on. The white line at the top above the 2.7 is the FPS. So if that goes up and down at all, you'll see a little blip. And the orange line under the 2.7 milliseconds is the frame time. So again, if that goes up and down, you'll see a little blip. But yeah, this is 360 FPS in fixed refresh, isn't it? There we go, we've got a little blip there. Plug in my controller. The controller's going to go on the penultimate core, which looks like it's a little bit loaded. Let's plug in the controller for that one. Let me do it. Hello? That's the controller. Just plugged you in. Did I not plug you in properly? Okay, maybe I didn't plug you in properly. There we go. If I can induce a bit of load. Yeah, in creative, 360 FPS is still not giving any red lines. All in the kind of yellows. Still nothing in the red. Even falling off. Okay. Very, very smooth. In creative, it's very, very smooth. Oh, I did just drop some there. FPS went down a bit. I was doing some shader cache creation or something on this environment. And again, went down there. And there. Trying to get it, just trying to budget from 360 FPS basically. Mind you, it's prioritizing frame time, isn't it, over FPS? Just trying to budget. I'm just watching the numbers as I'm just randomly doing stuff. I mean, oh look, what's going on there? See that? FPS dropped a bit there. Didn't even do anything.
Hello.
Alright, so I'm on the stream. How you doing?
Sorry, did you see the backend
No, I did not see that.
She sent it first thing.
From Teams?
Yeah, no, from email. But she'll be back online around 1. Would you be able to talk to her then and sort it?
No, about 1 I'm doing Jake's lunch. He needs his lunch dead on 1 today.
Okay, well just let me know when we can do it, okay?
Okay,
So
probably about 2 or something. Hey Nutty, thanks for the... I recently saw a post on Blurbusters. Have they done recent posts on Blurbusters? Aren't they all about a decade old? Disabling your monitor. See, that's nonsense. Again, disabling your monitor in Device Manager. What? Then you can't see anything. It's just, what are you talking about? Nonsense. Oh, I had a pet peeve today, so I had to drive down to the post office to drop off my the broken controller thing. And on the way back, I was driving past some dustbins, and they all had speed kills, slow down. And I just thought to myself, hang on, if speed kills, how are you still alive with light from the sun hitting you? Speed doesn't kill, the car does. And stuff like that just drives me nuts. So what nonsense are you talking about? Physicists would have a field day with that. Speed kills. I think it might be one of the factors, but probably not the most important factors. Maybe mass is maybe more of an important factor. Speed kills. Oh, what was that? See that? Went down to 250 FPS there. Something's going on. None of the cores are being hit too much. I mean, in the yellow, so I think that's kind of in 70 range. So that's not a problem. There's definitely nothing wrong with my memory. I mean, I test my memory to death. I just think 360 is a bit of a stretch for this computer, that's all. I mean, if I go stay on 360 Hertz and I take it down to 240 FPS. Staying on 360 Hertz right now. I mean, that's super smooth. Super duper smooth. Yeah, I mean, I can't shake 240 there's in this. I just can't, you can't shake. Oh, 239. And 239, oh my God. And 236. I sometimes think it's server related, you know. It's network related. Suddenly stops giving you giving you updated information from the server. And then your FPS drops. I sometimes think it could be that. What are you talking about, Nutty? I want to understand you, but I don't. does not turn your monitor off if you disable the monitor in Device Manager. What? Yeah, I'm not doing that. I haven't built in ages. Unlimited. I wonder if it'll be, yeah, one of the things I wanted to test though, wasn't it? Whether or not, if you prioritized frame time over frame limit, whether it makes a difference. Or whether that's just a straight conversion. I don't know. I could certainly turn the monitor off for you guys for the capture card. That'd be fine for me. I don't think you'd like it so much. I mean, does it feel smoother on 240 cap at 360 hertz? Good question. You need like a turning test, don't you? I set my, yeah, maybe I need a turning test. If I set my controller speed at like 10% and then held it maximum as I turned, you can see how smooth it is. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. If I set this to like 10% with 1%, can I even go 1% with 16% boost? Let's try that. Might be weird. There you go. How does that look? Doesn't look too bad. A little blurry. That's 1%. And then that's 16%, well 17%, 16 plus 1. Maybe I should be doing... Try that. That way, I know I can only go around in a circle. Yeah. Well, I can still go up and down a little bit. This is slow. All right. That's 10%. That looks pretty clear to me. See if it's better if I change the resolution. Change the monitor resolution to match the FPS rate. See if it's smoother then. Should be. This is the visual thing for me. You can't really quantify this because this is the output from the monitor. Oh, that is actually smoother. That is actually smoother. Yeah, I can follow that Christmas tree a lot clearer. It's not kind of doing that across the screen as much. That for me is a lot clearer. So I think matching your FPS and your monitor hertz is a good idea. Never tried this before. I think this might be a bit fast. But yeah, that is definitely clearer. The issue happens when your FPS drops. So that's why you need to get a level where your FPS never drops. And that should be the smoothest possible with fixed refresh, no syncs. If your FPS doesn't drop and the cap is matched exactly to your monitor hertz. So if your monitor hertz was 240.11, then you need to match 240.11 in RTSS. But that, yeah, that's very smooth. Interesting. I wish every game could fix their engine-related stutters. Yeah, that's very smooth. That's interesting. When I'm going like that, I can actually get a decent up and down. But then when I actually just do up and down, look how slow it is. Well, that's weird. Look at that. Right, okay. So if I go up and down, right, with my controller now, look how slow that is. Yeah? That's straight down. Pulling straight down. Yeah, if I go left and right and add in the up and down, look how much faster that is for the up and down. I'm doing circles right now. That's way faster for the up and down if I'm using left and right. Look, that's if I only do up and down. Look how slow that is. But if I combine it with circles with the left and right, then the up and down changes. What? No. So that speed is actually influencing this one when it's being used. No. Fortnite, what have you done? No way. That should not do that. Isn't that the diagonal setting? This is on the controller. There shouldn't be a diagonal setting. It's not keyboard and mouse. I'm on a controller. The horizontal speed and the vertical speed should be independent. However, when I use the horizontal speed, when I'm using horizontal and then I also apply vertical, that vertical looks like it's going to the same as the horizontal. No way. No way. Look, I'll show you. Right, so if I just do down, oh, hang on, that's movement, wrong one. If I just do down on here, pull that down, look how slow that is. That's fully down. That's fully pulling it right down and off. Look how slow that is. Right, okay, now I'm gonna go up. And now I'm gonna do circles. Right, it's not doing it properly there. Can't do it without a thumb. So that's the speed for that. When I do it with that, it's going down a lot quicker. Watch that down. It's kind of fast and then it slows. Oh, maybe I'm just seeing things. But that looks like it's not independent. I go left and right and then go down. I don't know. I just be going mad. Yeah, so I think that's the conclusion here before I go and do lunch. Find an FPS that you can stably maintain, and then match your hertz and your FPS between the two. What was on before? I'm trying to remember now. 16, and then a ramp time. Oh my god, what was the ramp time? 20 seconds. I think I had like a ramp time of 8 or something. I think it was about that. Hmm. It's still going up and down a little bit. I don't know if it's a backlight day or an easy enter cheat day. That's interesting with that though. Anything else? Anything else? I honestly don't think it makes a difference. I'm starting to get the feeling it doesn't make any difference whether you set frame time or frame rate. I need to go back to my other environment and then rerun the the FPS test again, see whether one's smoother or not. Whether or not it makes a difference between setting that, clicking that, or clicking that. Because it's very placebo-y. You suggest somebody do this, and they go, oh yeah, it's way smoother, but it's that placebo. That placebo effect. Because you're still getting frame timing with this, otherwise this would be going up and down. So you're still getting frame timing. So what does this do extra that the other one doesn't? Because in the frame rate limit version, you can set points. So if I did that 239.99 or something, I can set a point on that. But then if I change it back to frame rate limit, and then I click it again, it's changed it to 240.03. So that's actually quite interesting. 4166 is not technically 4166 is not technically 240. Ooh, that's interesting. Because I need dead on 240, don't I? To match my hertz for my monitor, because it was dead on 240 for the it was one of the few ones that was 240. Display settings. Yeah, it's one of the few ones that's dead on 240. So if I went to 299.95, then I'd need to set it in here at 299.95. Wait, was that it? Yeah, 299.95. We need to match those two up. Like that. And then that's the hard limit, and that's what it's going to try and keep it at. We match those two together. So I'm running 300 hertz right now, well, 299.95. That's so smooth. I just prefer the smoothness of it. It's crazy smooth. Yeah, that is. I think that's the most I can get away with, and it's really a lot clearer than 240. Just with that extra information per second. When you're kind of flicking around, it's much smoother. I'd like to be on 360 hertz and 360 FPS, but obviously my computer can't handle that properly. Well, not stably anyway. But no, I don't even have any oranges coming up for cores. Yeah, that looks fine to me. I think I'm sticking with 300. Pushing the boundaries. Anyway. All right, I'm going to go and sort lunch out. I need to go and make food dinner for one for Jake, so I need to go and cook something quick. Yeah, so I'll probably be playing this afternoon on 300 Fix Refresh. Because for me, for my system, I think that's the best. I'm not saying you guys are wrong. All I'm saying is for my system, this is definitely the best. And that's how I tested it. I kind of miss playing builds, to be honest. Yep. Yes. We'll start Nudge now. Okay, I'm doing it right now. Shutting down. Bon appetit. Cheers, Bill. I'll catch you guys later. Bye for now.